One, two, one, two, three, four. Hello, hello, everybody. Hopefully you're all doing well. The sun is just shining upon us today. Is it working? Is everything fine? Did I break anything yet? God, it's been 2 weeks, but it feels like I've never done this before. Hello, everybody. Hopefully you're all doing well. I am back. It's Sheshire, your Devil's Not So Funny Jester. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Pleasure to see you again. And today, we're doing some more drawing. Now I know you might be asking, Sheshire, one, where the fuck have you been? Well, long story. I'm gonna explain. Let me just set up first, and I can pull up the other screen and plug it in, so I can at least draw while I'm explaining. But oh boy, it's been a minute. Teriosi, long time no see. Welcome on in. Welcome, welcome. How you doing? Oh my God, I was in the States for a little bit. I went on a trip, and then I didn't have access to the internet, and then my computer broke, and I had to get it fixed, and then the company didn't do anything, and I spent like a whole day trying to fix it myself, and then finally I got it working, and then I didn't have internet in the house that I was in. I'm going to play this one more time while I send out a tweet that I'm live. There we go. A little animation for you guys. But yeah, hopefully you're all doing well. But we're back. That's all that matters. My plans have been a little bit more delayed. I decided that this summer I was going to have a bunch more done and was going to start putting out long form content on YouTube and that sort of thing, but just jump scared. I am so sorry, God, I never get to use the animation. I made a stinger, but I don't have any other scenes that I jump between, so I never get to use it. So now I just kind of played at the beginning of stream. Sorry about that. Okay, let me get my cord and I will plug it in for drawing in. But God, it's okay. We're back now. That's all that matters. We're live. I'm going to start streaming more again. I was gone 2 weeks. It's okay. My computer's finally fixed. I now have access to the internet. And then also I was working on something else. It was like an entry for a contest for something that I can talk about it now, but I couldn't talk about it at the time. So I couldn't even work on it on stream anyways, but now it's okay. Now it's fine. I fixed everything. We got a new mic. Everything's working great. It's 9:06. Give my heart a break. I'm at my friend's house watching a horror movie. Ooh, what you watching? Is it new? Is it like an old one? Is it a classic? I can't watch horror movies to save my life. I'm a little chicken shite. But horror games I can play. I might do that. I had something like a Chilla's art game scheduled eventually. I want to get back into those. It's an old one. Oh, okay. I might as well be like a toddler when a horror movie happens. I can't do it. Okay, let's get this plugged in. Okay. It's time to be motivated and to get crap done. Music is playing. Hopefully the audio is balanced. I can't hear myself with my headphones this time because my mic is separate, so I don't know what the levels are at. Weapons. Oh, I've never heard of that. There we go. I might look this up now. Weapons. I looked into some horror games, rather, that I wanted to play, because I do want to do some more horror. It's not old, but still. Here, let's look this up. Weapons. Movie. Oh, it's 2025. That is not old. Ooh, interesting. A bunch of children go missing. That sounds fun. I feel like if that was like an anime or a TV show, I would watch it, but because it's a horror movie, I can't do it. Let me mute that. That's impressive. Okay, this is almost up, and then I will connect it in like 5 seconds. It's not old, but still, but it's 2026. That's what, a year old? My favorite movie of all time is Hoodwinked, and that, I think, is got like 2006, maybe even before that. Okay. Let me open this thing. You know, it's okay. I still got the hang of it. I remember how streaming works. I remember how to plug in everything else. This should start. Allow. Okay, so today what we're going to be doing is just working on some art for a video I've planned to go up on YouTube, the first one ever. And what I'm doing is I'm going to be turning VTubers into D&D characters. So I have a bunch of stuff written down, but I've only started doing the sketches recently. What we're doing with is Matara Kan. What new animes have I been watching recently? Actually, you know what? I have an answer for you this time. I haven't been watching stuff in ages, but I just started one recently with a friend of mine. Well, I promised him that I would watch a show with him, and then in exchange he watches one of my shows. And I watched JJK, all of season 1 and the movie Jujutsu Kaisen. And honestly, I mean, okay. It's not bad. I enjoy it. But I think, let me pull this up. I think it's very Gen Z. That's, how do I put it? Like, it's a very Gen Z show. From what I've been told, season 2 is like way better. That's what he keeps saying. But that's like, I like Mei. I don't know much about her. Her design is cool. I like Nobara. Okay, which window capture is this? This isn't game capture. I know nothing about her. She has cool design and has ravens. All I've seen is season 1. I don't know if that's good or bad. Oh god. You seem panicked. Oh no, what did she do? Now I'm scared. I've just seen season 1. Oh dear, no, oh, ugh. Oh god, no. What? Are you kidding me? She's a pedophile with her younger... Excuse me? God damn it, I just liked her because the design was cool. She had the white hair and she had a bunch of ravens. Oh god damn it. Oh god damn it. Okay. Light blue hair. What? Okay. We'll split the difference and call it silver. God damn it. Okay, I can say Nobara I do like. I don't think she did anything weird. I like her like voodoo doll technique stuff. Honestly, I find Yuji kind of annoying. I don't know if that's controversial to say. Same thing with Gojo. I don't know if that's just me. I'm not a fan of like the typical shonen pro tag sort of a thing. Okay, also let me set up the chat. Well, you guys don't have here. Caster. Open this. You can see your little chats on the screen. Gojo has the craziest fangirls. I mean, he's really popular. He's like one of my friend's favorite character. He even has like a profile picture of Gojo, but I think he's kind of just like a douchebag sometimes. Or he's very cocky, full of himself, and it's not my cup of tea. Let me reload this. Okay. Refresh. That should be working now. Choso. I have no idea who that is. Wait a minute. Actually, speaking of, coincidentally, isn't this the opening? Isn't this one of the openings? Kakai Kitan or something? I haven't gotten there yet. I think it's the season 2 opening. He can manipulate blood. Oh. Right. I need to look this up now. Choso JJK. I have not met this man. Okay, this is spoilers. I need to. Nope. Nope. I have not seen that man before in my life. Interesting. Because I know the one guy who manipulates blood. He's from like the lineage or the family or whatever it is. And then there's like those two weird. Wait a minute. No, I have seen him. He was in the very last episode. He's the oldest brother of those two freaky half-demon brothers, right? Yeah, you see him for half a second at the end of season 1. Yes, okay. Because he does look vaguely familiar. Interesting. And then other than that, no, thank you. No, we're not doing this. No. Get rid of that. But other than that, actually, I watched Fate Zero. I watched it a bunch back in the day. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. Nothing. Big message spam. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna remove this for a minute and let that pass. Fate Zero was probably one of my favorite shows of all time. It was like the first, if not one of the first ever shows I watched back in the day when I was like a very young child. I was like 9 or 10 at the time. So I got my friend to rewatch that. See, I actually have an answer for you this time, which was funny because I hadn't watched shows in ages, but I've recently started watching a bunch. Actually, you know what? Maybe before we continue doing this, we should do a little tour of some of the art I've done more recently, and everybody's up to date on the same page. Just a little recap. There's some stuff I can't talk about that may be coming out soon, and then I can show you guys. That will be fun. But what I can do, we had the Amelie and Lena that I did. That one was fun. I've seen bits and pieces of JoJo, and every time I can never get into it. And then another one, we did some Rima. This was like a quick sketch I did before I went on my trip. JoJo style. Actually, this was a JoJo style show. So there you go. JoJo's art style. You know, there's a meme of... And then, right, we also had Lena Lazar. But people say he was trying to crack a stand. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't watch the show, so I have like no idea of way of telling. But yeah, this was Lena Lazar from her little art contest for the outfit thing. That one was fun. This one I worked on more recently while my internet wasn't working. Yeah, fun stuff. Trying to think of anything else. I mean, there's some other stuff I can't show you yet, but I might be able to show you soon. I'm waiting on someone else. Thank you, thank you. Okay. And today we're back to these little portrait things. But yeah, I honestly, you know what the funny thing is? I did this in 2 days. I did the sketch in one day, and then I did the line art in another day because I was in the States for a few days, for a weekend. I was at a convention, and I didn't have access to the internet, so I had to rush this right before the deadline. So I did. Let me get rid of these two. I did like all this in the night, a couple hours. And then I had work the next day. I got back at the flight early in the morning, and then went to work, and I got home from work, and in like a couple hours I did the coloring. So it's very, very fast. It wasn't the most detailed on the planet, but I think it's fun. It's definitely an improvement. Yeah, yeah. And then there's a couple little tidbits here. Like if you zoom in, I used a picture of her dogs for the glitch effect, which I thought was fun. But nobody would not be able to notice that. Yeah, there's a little dog there. Okay. And then we have like Doki Radio, and she's calling Ray Navarro Jr. Yeah, okay. Back to what we're doing today, which is some character sketches. Let me pull up a picture of Matara Kan. One moment. Is this working again? No, okay. Just making sure I don't have any references set to something I shouldn't be showing you guys. I'm going to accidentally dox myself. Okay. I don't think I have anything crazy. Let me just make sure. It's been a while since I streamed, so I want to make sure I'm not accidentally doing something stupid. Okay, and then I can pull up a picture of Miss Matara Kan. There we go. Crisis averted. And you guys don't see anything. There we go. So Miss Matara Kan, if I open up my little notebook, what we were doing today. Doran blind as a bat, you're good? Perfect, perfect. Let me make a little text message, but if anybody knows anything about D&D, I actually used to run a campaign back in the day when I was in high school. And it was like a huge thing. I've seen like all the Critical Role and that sort of thing. It was really, really big. But let me alter this, change the text. We're making Matara Kan, and she is a rogue druid, I decided. If anybody knows anything about D&D. If not, it's okay. She punchy, and also controls animals. And I can change the color. Okay, select a color. Maybe I can do pink. Pink for Matara. How does that sound? So I don't know if that's going to show well. Yeah, you know, it does. That actually does show up. Let me leave it like that. Perfect. But also the art style isn't going to be too anime, because I want it to almost be, if anyone's seen the cover art for some of the D&D books, it's much more like shaded normally. It's not self-shaded, it is more realistic looking. So we're going to make her punchy, and then also we're going to give her big claws and stuff. She'll be like behind her, that sort of thing. It's almost like a stand. She's an astral self monk, so you can think of it almost just like having a JoJo stand. By the way, hear me out on Infinity the Jackal. I have no idea what you're talking about half the time. What does that mean? His voice, oh my god. Oh, okay. I haven't decided on an outfit either, so I need to do that. And let me just make sure that I have some kick stuff here. Everything is working fine. I can still see all? Yes, I can. Perfect. And then I want to get the little activity feed pop up, but it's fine. I can just check up on it. YouTube, I also have to change the chat settings because for some reason it doesn't like being set to the normal chat. It's fancy. Okay, I fixed it. I just remembered to do that now. He's a Sonic character. Oh, you and your Sonic. That's right, you are the one who likes Sonic. I remember this now. Okay, so we're gonna have something like a clenched fist, which I need to do. Let me shimmy this, or I can kind of shrink this a little bit. Okay, I'm moving myself, wrong person. don't think I've still never played one of the games. I used to read the Archie comics growing up from Sonic. Okay. Infinite /meth, please. Okay, I am not a Sonic fan. Whatever you say, bud. I know the basics. Tails, Sonic, Knuckles. But other than that, not really much else. I know like Rouge and Shadow, Silver. Okay, we have an arm out, stretch, something like that. Perfect. A lot of shippers, I can imagine. The only thing I know about Sonic nowadays is there's that meme, or I guess the meme of the guy like licking his lips and being a little freak. Or no, he's like sticking his tongue out. Yeah. Gross. You freaks. You absolute degenerates. Let me erase that. That's like the only thing I know about modern day Sonic. There we go. We're just adjusting the elbow now, so that should make a little bit more sense. I swear, what the fuck is it with the bots today? Oh my god, goodbye. Sorry about that. There we go. There we go. The chat is back up now, too. So we'll do a clench fist on this hand, and then I need to figure out the outfit. I'm thinking something more so like shorts, training bra, tank top sort of a thing, something move around. Yeah, it is the season. Actually, apparently, it's happening to everybody because I was just watching a charity stream from Amelie, or Sayu, Erica Lindbeck, if you haven't heard of any of them, but they do some, they're voice actors and VTubers. And they were doing a charity stream, and they had just a bunch of bot raids, one after the other constantly, and I don't know what it is, but I think it is the new changes to Twitch viewership counting. Because originally over the summer, they had... Oh, the damn clankers. Oh, dear God, you're gonna get me in trouble. You youth, and coming up with your new fancy terms for everything. Your new slangs. You had to invent new ones. You can just use old ones. But the way Twitch counts viewership changed a little bit. So over the summer, they had made it so that essentially your viewership absolutely tanked because they didn't count anybody who was essentially like actively chatting for the most part, which meant that lurkers just weren't being counted, and bot viewership kind of went out the window because it just wouldn't matter. Chill in a cyborg, I can say it. Oh god, it's like saying I have the pass because I'm not gonna get into it. Oh god, it's like saying you have the pass because you're half whatever. I see you. But essentially now is Twitch rolled back the way that the ban worked. So essentially it counts people who are lurking again for viewership. And what that means is bots are on a rise again because bots can now be counted. So people have been like running rampant with them essentially. Okay. I feel like I need to stop refining. I can do the rough outfit first, then I can refine after that. We have like our thumb, or I could open it and do something like a claw because I feel like that would make more sense. You already know I'm Cyborg from Teen Titans. Oh yeah. I'm trying to think. I'm not like anybody, any of them for the most part. I can do here. Okay. Now let's do a hand on the hips. But from Teen Titans, I watched a decent amount back in the day. I've seen like all of Teen Titans Go and a decent amount of the original Teen Titans show. Actually, God, I remember trying Titans, the live action version, and absolutely hating it. I don't know anybody who actually enjoyed that. Honestly, I'm almost like I'm like a combination of Robin and Raven, I think. Just like a large enough amount of cynical and serious, and then just like a teeny tiny bit of workaholic crackhead energy from Robin. Okay. Shaping the arm a little bit. Fingers like that, and I guess I can do like a pointer finger up a little bit more. Something like that, perfect, okay. And then the combination of clothes, it has to be looser or lighter fitting. Nothing too crazy because she's a monk, so she's got to move around a bunch and punch and hit people. And then also there has to be sort of that like planty theme. So I don't know if I go with like alien outfits almost, where it's like that bio kind of living stuff here and there, or even just like vines, some greenery. Want to hear a cat joke? Do I want to hear a cat joke? Careful now, you're gonna offend Grim. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, so I think from here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do like low cut shorts, maybe. What did the cat say after he got over his sickness? I have no idea, but I'm sure you're going to tell me. Okay, perfect. He was feline. He was feeling good. I'm gonna slow clap, you know it here. There you go. You get a slow clap. Good job. You know, it depends on the day. Sometimes I absolutely love those like crappy dad jokes. Other times I'm miserable, but I can always appreciate an absolutely horrible joke. God, I'm trying to remember if I know any of the top of my head. I know like some really stupid ones, just like the absolute worst. God, like for instance, okay. Why does a golfer take 2 pairs of shorts? In case he got a hole in one? I know. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm done. Oh, God. Gonna cancel you on Twitter? That's fine. You know what? Honestly, sure. I don't think I spend like 0 time on Twitter. I'll scroll for like 5 minutes here and there, but I essentially just go on, post some stuff, and then leave. I think the only actual social media I use is like YouTube actively to watch stuff, YouTube and Twitch. Okay, now am I doing some kind of bandages or something then? I'm thinking what we do here is we add some kind of bandages or something. Like so. Perfect. You just watch TikTok all day? God, that reminds me. I need to set up TikTok. I was going to do some streaming on TikTok too, but I need to set that up. And the last time I got a warning because I can't. I mean, it won't let me do VTube Studio or OBS or anything else like that with it. So I basically just had to stream to a black page until the 30-minute timer went out. I have to do that 2 more times until I can actually set up it like this. But I was supposed to do that ages ago. But thank you, you just reminded me. I'll look into that. I need to do that. Because I'm debating if I literally just have my phone set up and I just like have it above me, my hands, while I draw or work on something else outside of this. You wouldn't get like a VTuber or anything else talking, but TikTok doesn't let you use OBS unless you've done at least 3 streams. It has me on like baby training wheels. Okay, and then from here, we have some kind of a top. Now I'm also debating how much I'm doing here, because I could add like a loose fitting top on top of it. That's what I might do, and then have like a loose fitting shirt or almost like ripped cloth hanging off the top of it, and then this is kind of just like a training bra sort of a thing. Because we want almost like athleisure wear, loose fitting sort of material. Want to hear another joke? Might as well. Just fire away. How do you throw a party in outer space? I don't know, dear God. Tell me. You plan it? Okay, that was rough. That one was rough. Don't quit your day job. Okay, let me just do this really, really quickly. And then honestly, I can move it to, well, maybe like a rough sketch of the, not necessarily the stand, but the Astral Self Monk. They have something similar like above them, and I think that's where we need to add the claws around her as well. So we can do that next. Little bits here. There we go, little stringy bits in the clothing. And then I can add a little connection here, essentially. Perfect. See you later. I have to tell others my dad jokes. Yeah, no worries. Take your time. You have fun. See you around. Ciao, ciao. Okay, so from there, we're gonna move on to this like training bra thing here, essentially. So we have this a little bit like that. Maybe. Or maybe we don't. I'm not sure. I'm debating still. So I could do something like that. I need to like really look at loose fitting monk attire sort of a thing. I think we'll continue with like bandages around the legs. I think I can do that. And then also scales and claws, because the way I had written her as a D&D character was that she was a lizard folk. Just for their like scaly armor and that sort of thing, because I feel like that's the most accurate to Matara, who's a cockroach, right? She's got that big, tough armor. So we can do like some clawed feet. So we got these big clawed feet there. Perfect. Okay, let me just zoom out. And then, I mean, we can do the claws and the outfit and everything else for her afterwards, but I think I just want to add like scale patterns along the arms and the legs. And then we can move on from there, right? I'm deciding what I'm going to do afterwards. And then the antenna, I'm still debating, because normally what you would have for someone that is like an astral self monk sort of thing, they have this thing that's floating. Let me just add a layer underneath. You'd have this like big floating thing, almost like a head or a mask or something, and then the arms would be like around here. So I could add like her cockroach tendrils bits, sort of like that. Right, like her big cockroach arms, like these guys. Something like that. And then the big antennas and stuff too. Let me make this smaller. Right. So from there. We'll just do these guys first. I can have the scaly bits and everything else, but here, let me make sure that this is all okay. Everybody else is fine. You're all still alive. I didn't mess anything up too horribly. Yes, everyone's alive. Okay, perfect. You never know. Nothing's exploded. We're all still good. Check in purple site. Red site, green site. Okay. Also, wait a minute. I realize I'm in the wrong category. And sorry, random human. No, wait 1 second. AsMeNKR, thank you so much for the follow. I didn't even notice that till now. Thank you, thank you. Sorry for missing that. I appreciate you so much. Welcome on in. Welcome, welcome. Let me change the setting that we're in. I realized we have Marvel Rivals on, and it should say art instead. I didn't even notice that. So let's change that, the category. There we go. Perfect. That's all good. Fine and dandy. We set it back to art instead of Marvel Rivals. I think I still had that set from last time when I played it a little bit. There we go. Feet. We're going to move away from the feet. Look at the rest of her. Stop being freaks, guys. Behave. You know, honestly, what I need to do is I remember seeing a show, and I don't know if it was A Healer's Life in the Shadows or something. I think that was maybe similar to what it was called, and there was this like crocodile girl sort of thing. I think I need to look at her outfit, because that's kind of what I had in mind for this, where it's like loose-fitting clothes and kind of nature-y. Perfect. There we go. We'll just doing something like that then. Okay, it's just a very rough sketch. Everything is a rough sketch until it's finished, and then I can magically fix it. Okay. Some ankle. There we are. It's okay. I'll continue that next time. From here. Let's do... You know what I can do? Is I can do those kind of floating hands behind her at least. So let's look at cockroach hands. They normally start from the shoulders, but they float a little bit higher up, essentially, is what the astral self monk works. So I can have them be sort of like that, essentially. Maybe I have that behind her, right? Like it's not fully showing. And I'm just gonna take a look at the way that this, let me move this on screen. Here, I can move this to the side a little bit. Just looking at the way that her hand and blade sort of a thing works. So we'll go down like so. And I'll just continue to curve this. And then she has a bunch of like little spikies on the other side essentially. So we want to make it big like that. Almost like a glaive essentially. Right, like she's got this big weapon essentially. Okay. So from here, got these like little sawtooth markings almost. There we go. Move back, right? So something like that. Everything else is fine. And then from there, we're gonna go and erase these little sawtooth things. So that way, something like the Astral Self Monk, she's summoning the cockroach arms essentially behind her. There we go. Perfect. There we go, like so. And they get thinner towards the bottom anyways. I can adjust the angle because I feel like this should be maybe a little bit more dramatic. But it's okay. Big like that still works essentially. Okay, perfect. And then from there, we're going to continue with the arm. I need to zoom in. You'll see still. Should be working fine. Okay, so from there, we get this little like bone digit thing and it connects again. I'm debating if I make it armored and bigger again. Or maybe more plant-like, because she does have the like druid mixture. And then it just sort of like, connects over here where it'll kind of engulf in this little flame as it disappears basically behind her. She's gonna have flame. It could almost be like fluff essentially, because she does have fluff on her model like that. So maybe the fire is like big, like that, almost like a coat, and she has like the wings sprouting from it. Not the wings, sorry, the claws. I'm half asleep and a little dyslexic today, you'll have to forgive me. So let me drop the music a little bit lower. Perfect, and then we can move the claws like so. And there we are, and it just kind of disappears somewhere into the flame. So then we can add a second one. It'll be somewhere like that. Or maybe we do it like this again. Arch that way. God damn it. Let me get rid of the other one because the mark is kind of covering half the screen. Let's see. Something. I'm debating if I have just like another one like so, because I could do. No. Because I can can add another one. You know, I'll add another one here. Another one of those like spiked little protrusion thingies. Okay. Just little serrated blades that kind of go up behind her like so. No, definitely smaller than that. Let me arch this more. And I'm going to fix my VTube studio because that decided to just crash on me. If you could maybe not do that, thank you. There we go. Or do I move that in front, like so? Because I don't have too many. Because essentially what the way the Astral Self Monk is you have essentially just like 2 big hands. So I don't want to just give her a bunch here because it will also clutter the image. So I have that one sticking from behind, and then from there, maybe I do one like this. That's probably a better bet. And then we have some sort of like cockroach mask sort of a thing. But that also means I need to look up what a cockroach looks like, so let's do that. Worry not, chat. We will do a little bit of research on cockroaches. That was what I was looking at earlier for a reference for the hair. Final Fantasy has some really, really great hair. So let's do cockroach head. Interesting. Antenna. It's sort of just like round. Round proboscis. Not proboscis, sorry. Those little mandibles. Interesting. Okay. Because the Astral Self Monk basically has like this big helmet and these big arms. So I could do something almost like this. It's okay. It's on a different layer, so I can always turn it off, and then it's just her. But then we have the additional option of popping this as well, and then that way we can have the antenna. Now the question is, do I just move it on top of her head? Because I feel like no. No. We'll have it sitting like above her. And then we can have the little antenna go down like so. But now it's getting messy. It's okay. I will clean it up later. I will get rid of that for now. And in the meantime, we'll go back to doing this. Go back to the layer that we were working on. And then from there, I'll add these like little scaly bits on the legs. Perfect. this bit. And then from there, it's really just kind of fine-tuning it. I need to, first and foremost, fix some of this hair. I feel like I want her hair to be a little bit shorter, actually. Not long. Because if she's going to be a fighter, I feel like the long hair just kind of gets in the way. And it also makes sense just with the design itself being more sporty. But the funny thing is, I don't think Matara has any designs with shorter hair. She has like the one military one where she wears a hat and her hair is kind of medium length instead. I can pull that one up. Let me find it. Where are you, Miss Matara? Come here. Come hither. Like that one there, she has kind of shorter hair, but it's still long in the back. There we go. Something like that, and I can adjust the hair like so. Perfect. Maybe not too much. I'll erase some of this. And I want to make the hair a little bit more spiky, maybe a little bit more tangled and messy and a little bit more disheveled. Just to get that like wild nature-y sort of look in there too. There we go. And then from there, the eyes. What am I doing here? I have... Let's see. I don't know if I want to have her looking like this way. Or have her looking head on. I'm still debating. And I can redo the chin. That's me. Let me fix this. Sorry. Perfect. Just like that. And then we can do the ear. So I want to have something more, maybe like a pointy ear. Probably makes more sense. There we go. And the pointy ear like that. So we'll add the inner bit like this. And then I think I should add like piercings and stuff to it as well, but I haven't decided. Let me see if I can find an image of that A Healer's Life in the Shadows thing with the crocodile girl. Because that is very much what we're going for here. So let me close for a second and then I will... No, wrong display. Window capture. Thank you. We're going to go here. And then in the meantime, I'm going to look at this here and see if I can find it. There's Life in the Shadows. So there's one of them who's... Okay, let me see. I feel like I'm not insane. I'm not a crackhead, I promise. I'm just trying to find it, I swear. You guys can still see me, hear me. Okay, perfect. You're not missing anything. There's nothing that I'm unable to show here. It's this one here. Like one in green. I need to find a picture of just her. Also, God, why are anime titles so long now? My God. Back in the day, you had like Naruto, Bleach. Now you have The Brilliant Healer's New Life in the Shadows. Why was that many words necessary? I see. Spiky hair, scales. This makes sense. And then she has like the coat. That's kind of what they're going for. That makes sense. Let me see if I can find. Does she have like clawed feet? There is the tail. I see. Spiky hair, all that. Perfect. No. Wrong one. Open the app. There we go. So we don't know necessarily how pointy we make the ears, but we can go from there. Do the hair like so. Come on. There we go. We'll do the ears like that. Give her little piercings. And then I'm debating if I give her a tail because, you know, her VTuber is a cockroach, but if I make her a lizard folk and then also have her have like big spirit claw thingamajiggers, I feel like that would still work out. I think I'm maybe gonna have to reconsider. No, let me reconsider all this crap because it's very visually cluttering, but I still want to include it at some point. There we go, like so. That's probably exactly what I want there. And then you can have the little spikes and stuff on it too. From that, I am now debating if I want a tail. I could add the tail, or I could not. And then I'm also debating now if I want a coat too, because I could add the coat, or I could just leave it as like that fiery fluff, sort of. Right? You have like a short jacket with long arms. I just don't know how much I want covered. Because you have like the fighting, the claws, the punching, that sort of a deal. And then also like a bit of the nature druidy parts. And that really gets me thinking if I want to have the hands outstretched and have like big claws showing instead. Which I'll probably do, right? I'll probably do claws instead. However, in the meantime, I can kind of thread this. Thread the bottom of her shirt. Perfect. You can put like little holes in it too and all that sort of thing. There we go. Also, I don't know if I have that piece that should be hanging on the shoulder or not. I feel like I just don't know. You know what we can do? Make this kind of shorter and spiky. Really Final Fantasy sort of hair. Shorter, spiky, like so. And then from there, this can be a little bit thicker. There we go. Something like that. And then there's a spiky hair still behind, kind of. Tiny bit of hair sticking out. Or I could just have it completely behind the ear, because I feel like that would help. There we go, and then maybe I add like an eyebrow or something here. And then from there, we could do the eyes now, but I keep feeling I'm hesitating when I'm thinking of where I want the eyes to look and all that sort of thing. And then also, do I give them like little slits? Could give like little tiny eye slits essentially, and then have it be something like that. Maybe I make the eyebrows a little bit more confident, right? She's a little bit more serious. Something like this. There we go. It's okay, a little bit spiky, something like that. Little shadows where the kind of eyebrow gets clenched there in the middle. And then debating, because I could do this slit there too. There we are. And then I do keep adding bandages, or do I continue with the feet? Decisions. Let me just end this here, right? I'll end that one there. There we go. Right, that spiky little guy, perfect. Now, do I want to have her looking... Maybe add another layer underneath. I can add like a little base layer. And that way we can edit the eyes without making it too weird. little circles. Kind of like the short I did with Lena, if any of y'all saw that. I'm gonna say I could do that. Something like that. Maybe. And that would mean that this eye goes a little bit further now. So the one to the left doesn't actually need to be pointing there. Perfect. There we go. Little eye slits, maybe, something like so. These aren't going to be the final eyes, but they're just a placeholder in the meantime. And maybe I shrink them a little bit. But yeah, something like that. Let me move this around a little bit. You know, no, that left eye was fugly. We're going to pretend that did not happen. Okay, we'll do it in a minute. I'm going to go back up here. Continue to blend these guys. Just continue with the hair on the other side and mixing that. Perfect. Okay, I'll see you can still see everything good. I'm just making sure because sometimes it cuts out when I try and do anything else on the computer. Of this to have like claws instead. There you go. Little kind of claw bits there. Things, and those are just going to continue to protrude. of like it turn into flames or something else. I don't know yet. They could also give her like a little tooth sticking out here, right? Like a little biter. Maybe I won't. Like a little just pointy tooth sticking out. Okay, the hair should be fine for the most part. And then from there, the bottom part, bandages and everything else is good. I can add maybe some bandages on the arm. Also, sorry, I keep looking away because my iPad is positioned differently from the mic is set up. Sorry about that. And I'm kind of debating how fluffy versus spiky I make her hair. So Matara Kan definitely has like more fluffy hair, but I feel like this one kind of has to have like a little bit of a spiky look if I'm doing like a fighter sort of a thing. There we go. I don't know if I have like a little bandana here or something because I was debating doing that earlier, right? And then the hair tied up or anything else, but I don't know if I just leave it like that for now. The hairstyle is something I might need to investigate and look at further. I feel like that's one of those things where you just get like a bunch of designs and do like a big Pinterest board or something. I've never had Pinterest, but same sort of idea. I feel like there's a lot you can do with the shorter hair, but I don't know if this is where I want it to end up. I might have to do some more tweaking because I'll change the face shape and the outfit is gonna change a little bit, right? We'll have still something like sports bra, ripped shirt, and then I debate if I'm putting a jacket on top of it as well, but we'll still have low-cut shorts and then bandages basically for the pants is what I'm primarily thinking. And then it'll kind of just be like a mystery what I'm doing for the rest of it. But actually, I'm debating I might end stream here. I know it's only been like a really, really short stream, but I might end it there. First day back, and we're just kind of testing, making sure everything is okay, and we could be... Maybe we'll continue again later on in the week and do some more work, and I get more of my own work done. But yeah, I think maybe we end it there. Just, you know, quick little fun stream to get back into it and make sure you guys know that I didn't die horribly. Yeah, but I think otherwise that went pretty well. We're getting some work done on this, and then next time maybe I have some notes and I can pull up my little notebook there and talk to you a little bit about some of the decisions that we're making while turning these into D&D characters, and then you guys get to see the behind the scenes because eventually this will be turned into a long-form YouTube video. And then also let me know if you have any other ideas for games, anime stuff that you want me to draw VTubers in the style of, because we'll do a lot more of those going forward. But I think this is just like a little warm-up practice stream to try and get me back into it, because I have been out of it. I've spent a lot of time trying to fix my computer and running around, so we're finally back at work. But yeah, I think unfortunately I'm gonna end it there for today. It's not too long, but thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate it also so much. Let me see if there's anybody I can raid, anybody I can go and harass, respectfully, of course, right? Ooh, maybe Chelzor is live. We always go into Chelzor there. We could give her a shot. That might be fun. Let's do that, okay? You guys can have like a comfy, relaxing time with Chelzor there. that working? Alrighty. Thank you, everybody, for coming by. I appreciate you so much. My name is Sheshire, the Devil's Not So Funny Jester, and I will see you all later. Bye. Fortunately, YouTube and Kick, you guys are gonna have to end. I still can't raid there, but Twitch, you got it. Okay. Bye-bye.